Hey there, thanks for watching the Drawing for Kids video today, brought to you by the Ann Arbor District Library and the Ann Arbor Art Center. Today we're going to be drawing a tree in the style of artist Gustav Klimt. He was an Austrian artist in the modern art movement, and he's really known for his use of metallic golds and symbols and just really fun patterns in his art. So grab a pencil and a sheet of paper and we will get started. So the first thing that you're seeing me do here is just find the center of my paper. You don't actually have to draw a dotted line. You can also just create a little dot in the center, and that is helpful just for finding our center of our paper so that we make sure we fill up our whole sheet of paper with our drawing. We don't want to draw a teeny tiny tree, we want to draw really large. So you can see here how I have drawn a large tree trunk that goes up past the center of my paper, and then I am drawing these little swirls. So there's a few ways to do this, but if it's helpful to just draw a spiral that's kind of coming off of one branch or coming off of the tree trunk, and then you can make it kind of have, like, you know, space around each spiral by drawing kind of like a bubble letter type of thing, by making sure that it's not just one line, but instead it's a spiral shape. And then you're just gonna keep adding more and more spiral shapes coming off of one of those branches. You can also look at my whole tree and kind of see how it looks like a capital Y with a bunch of curly cues and everything coming off of it, little spirals. And I like to think of that letter, a Y, when drawing a tree, because it's really helpful to create a tree that's really branching out, that is not just simple, but instead it has a lot of branches. Okay, then our next step is going to be to add in some patterns. So you can always look back at that painting of his that I showed at the very beginning of this video for inspiration, but look at just some basic shapes like circles or triangles, diamonds, different shapes like that, and then just try repeating them throughout your whole design. From there, once you have it pretty full, you can start adding color. So like you saw in his art, he uses a lot of golds. So if you have a gold colored pencil, or like a metallic shiny gold colored pencil, or metallic shiny gold oil pastel or something like that, maybe you even have a Sharpie that's like that, then consider using that to color it in. And if you don't, then you can always just use a nice golden yellow. You could layer some brown or tan or something else with it, but you can use whatever materials that you have on hand for this. But if it's pretty detailed, colored pencils might be just the best option, just because they have a nice fine point. So use, you know, whatever you have around at home to add color. Really practice. You can see I'm kind of outlining around the space before coloring it in. It just helps to really color it in more fully and not go outside my lines. So I hope you had a great time following along with me today as we colored these Gustav Klimt trees.